Hello, everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining tonight's broadcast. Welcome to Kingdom Living. If this is your first time, we thank you guys so much for taking the time just to see what we're talking about tonight. We are a panel of 7 women, 7 Christian women from different backgrounds, different walks of life, talking about worldview issues or just issues in general, whether it be with women, relationship, life, being a Christian, period, just talking as just people of God, and not just people of God, just being a human being. So tonight, as you can see, our topic is emotional stability and self-care. Now I got to be honest, I'm gonna open this up. um Tonight is a little difficult because I really didn't want to do it. I
Girl,
really wanted to cancel this tonight. It just like pulling teeth in the topic. Last week, we had to cancel it because everybody had things going on with their family. A month before, when it was the same topic, it was issues as well. So it obviously we need to talk about this situation or this topic at hand. It is very much needed to be discussed in general. So we want to take the time tonight to welcome you guys to tonight's broadcast. We have on our panel for tonight Miss Tia Sanders, Miss Neva Branch.
hi.
Hello.
And also, our other panelists that are not going to be featured tonight is Miss Keita Barksdale, Kia Simone Barr, and Miss Tamel. Tamel may join, I'm not sure. But anyway, those are our other panelists that are a part of Kingdom Living as well. So anyway, like I was saying, it was just a struggle to kind of get on here tonight to do this particular topic about emotional stability. Hey, B, and self-care. So we're gonna jump on in it. You might be wondering, or you might have your own view of what emotional stability is and self-care. I'll start it off. Emotional stability to me is when you are in alignment. We talk a lot here on Kingdom Living about being in alignment with the things of God and your natural life. But as you know, if you keep on living, that's not always the case. Sometimes we have a tendency of getting burnt out. We got too many balls in the air at one time. We have a lot of things that are going on in our natural lives, from being mothers, from being friends, from being wives, from being girlfriends, fiancés, whatever the case may be. And you just have a lot of things going on and you don't always be in alignment. And self-care is when you take the time to know how to prioritize and take care of yourself. Learn how to say no. Learn how to say when enough is enough, and choose you first without feeling like you being selfish in doing so. So I'm gonna be quiet because we're gonna try to crunch all this in a 30-minute segment because we've been going a little long on our other videos. So if you want to see all we've been talking about, if this is your first time joining us tonight, or even knowing who Kingdom Living is or what we're about, then go on over to our Kingdom Living page, check out our other videos, and check out our page, period. And don't forget to like, tag, and invite a friend if you know somebody who may need to prioritize and have a little more stability emotional and learn how to take care of themselves as women. So we're going to kick it off to you. We're going to let you go ahead and open up and talk a little bit about this, please, ma'am.
To me, like you said, emotional stability, I hear the word balance, which is similar to alignment, but just having that balance, healthy balance of your, taking care of yourself, recognizing your emotions, speaking your emotions, not holding things in so you don't blow up on people. Just realizing where you are, taking the time to handle things what you're supposed to. A lot of times as women, or for me, I don't know if everybody does this, but I tend to take things on by myself. I try to handle it as much as I can before I say I'm overloaded or overwhelmed. Just because I feel like I'm supposed to be superwoman. And I think that comes from, a long line of having strong women in your life and not knowing how to hand things over to other people or sharing in responsibilities, the things that we're supposed to do. It's funny, my daughter asked me the other day, do I think we'll ever have a woman president? I said, probably so. And she was like, well, do you think we should? I said, no. And she said, well, why? I said, because women are too emotional. I was like, you
Yeah.
can't have the woman president up there crying because it's too much going on. I said, I don't think women handle things like, not saying we can't, but I just don't. For me now, I feel like I'll get overloaded, and I'll be like, screw you, UK and
Right.
France and everybody else. Y'all can have it.
Right.
I
I
just
agree.
so I was like, I mean, some women might be can handle that, but for me, I was like, I just don't think a woman is supposed to be in that position. I'm sure there are many people who disagree right now, probably like whatever. But for me, I'm like, I just don't think a woman need to be in that kind of position
Right.
because I mean, for real, all the stuff that they have going on, either that or I'll be done told somebody off in the wrong way on TV. So, it's too much.
I,
It's too much. When you a mom, when you working, you a mom and a wife and all this other stuff, it's just men can lay down that part and they can do it in a different way than a woman can. I don't feel like myself or a woman if I lay down my motherly part. If I put aside my mom part, like even at work, okay, there's a certain time of night that I'm gonna call and check on my children.
right. Right.
Versus my husband, he can go all day. He can go 12 hours, 30, 14 hours, and he ain't calling to check on no kids.
Right.
That just he's far removed from that part. It's not that he don't care, but I'm emotional. I want to know what's going on. I done been gone from them all this long time. I gotta know how their night was, how they slept. It's just that's just the emotional part. And but there, like we said from the beginning, is that stability part. You got to have balance. I can't let that interfere with my work. I can't say, well, I can't work because I can't stop thinking about my kids. So, but there are people out there who have anxiety, which is, a big emotion for women. We get anxious about stuff like that, and or letting our kids do things, when we're not there. That's a big one. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just a lot to me. Trying to have that stability, but as a Christian, we already know that we have to put trust in God that He's going to take care of everything that we, have to do, and giving us uh, a mind to be stable. Letting go of fear. And I feel like fear is an emotion. Now, the scripture says that he has not given us the spirit of fear, but it's still an emotion that we have to control. And there's a such thing as healthy fear.
Yes,
So,
I agree.
that is an emotion in itself. And then you got anger, which people don't think as Christians we're supposed to get angry, but it says angry and do not sin. You just got to know how to control, that particular emotion.
Right. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. Neva, you want to jump in and kind of talk a little bit about emotional stability and self-care? Because I do feel personally we don't take care of ourselves emotionally as we should as women. A lot of us have developed the mindset if I take a pampering day for myself, that the first thing we think about is what are we taking away from our families when we do that? Or I feel selfish if I do indulge a little too much. And it's kind of like you said here in the beginning, we need a healthy balance of these things because you got to take care of yourself. I know particularly me, I find myself snappy at Vea when I'm sleepy, I'm tired, I done had insomnia for days, and I love her, but I can be cranky and just every time she asks a question, it's innocent. She about to be 4 years old. She can't help it if I had a bad day. And you
Right.
gotta have self-care and you gotta have emotional stability to be the best mother, whatever your title is. And we have a lot of them. To be the best anything that you can be, you gotta get some sleep. You gotta get some rest. You gotta learn to tell people
Right.
no. You gotta even be able to tell people on your job or in your circles, I'm having an off day today, or I might
Yep.
feel like being bothered, or I just need to take some sabbatical time for myself and take 3 or 4 days and don't answer my phone. Don't be on social media or whatever the case may be. I don't feel like I need to be obligated to my phone or to you, period,
Right.
for a little while, because you need that downtime. So Neva, you jump on in and kind of piggyback off that a little bit.
Yes. Hi, everyone. Forgive me. I might end up crying while I'm talking because it's
It's
been an
okay.
emotional day for me. Like, I think I realized today, like, whoa, you just came out of a certain season and you jumping into a new one. And I've been so focused on what's next, when is this gonna settle down? I haven't been taking care of myself. And the irony of that is my sister JoJo and I, we just did a self-care retreat a few weeks ago, and we took ladies out to the beach and we did a lot of self-care activities. But even in that, I was still working because I was the
Right.
leader of the activities. We were cooking and we were just taking care of the women. We were taking care of them. And so I promised myself when I got back, I was going to do better with my self care. But I started working and it's just been work, motherhood, making sure my house is in order, and going through all these different transitions. And so today, I think all of it kind of like came to a halt. Like, okay, girl, what's really wrong with me? Because, like you said, just being snappy with people and,
Yeah,
and it be over simple stuff. It don't even be nothing that would really that would warrant an attitude, but you got an attitude anyway, and people don't understand like what's going on in your head. I feel like sometimes I'm still grieving. It's been 3 years for me, but I feel like sometimes I'm still grieving about my son and stuff that triggers my grief. I can't really openly talk to people about that because in their mind they thinking like that's 3 years ago. I know that's not still bothering her. So I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about other stuff that's going on in my life, and today it's just really been a rough day. And so I had to get on here. Like, I was about to be like, you know what, no, I'm not gonna get on, I'm gonna just watch. But something told me to get on because I feel like as we're being transparent and sharing what we're going through, so many other women are like, oh yeah, me too, because we're like you said, Tia, we superwoman. Like, everybody look at us like we superwoman, and we don't like to delegate task
Right.
or anything that we need to do. We don't like to delegate it out to nobody. But then we get mad when we got the world on our shoulders and don't nobody
Right.
understand why we got an attitude. But it's our fault because we
Right.
don't speak up for ourselves. So for me, emotional stability, I'm still working on that. But like both of y'all said, it's a balance, it's taking care of yourself, and that the stability part will come. And that's something that I'm still working on to this day. I haven't got it mastered yet, but I'm still working on it. So I'm just grateful that we're all on here able to share a little bit of our journey, and hopefully it'll help other women that are feeling the same way. Because 9 times out of 10, you ask any woman, they probably feel this way, unless she like married to a billionaire or something, and she just ain't got no problems, and she just gets to kick her feet up all day.
Girl, she still got problems too.
Right, she
yeah,
do too.
you do.
I
You
think
do.
this is a common issue with us, and we got to talk about it.
Yes, we do. I
Yeah.
see some more of our viewers coming in. If you are just tuning in, thank you so much for taking the time to see what we're talking about here tonight on our broadcast. We're talking about emotional stability and self-care. Thank you for joining Kingdom Living on tonight. If you don't know what Kingdom Living is, after this broadcast, excuse me, please go over to our Kingdom Living page and check us out. Look at our former videos if you haven't, and don't forget to please right now hit the share button, hit the like button, and tag a friend and let them know, hey, they over here talking about emotional stability and self-care. And me and you just finished talking about that. Y'all know how we do with our girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
It's not ironic that you just took the time and clicked the button to join us tonight. I believe the Lord has a rhema word for you right where you are. And tonight you're going to
Right.
answers that you need to learn how to get in alignment and prioritize and balance and take care of yourself and learn how to say no. I really want to focus on that tonight because, like you said, Neva, and I'm going to piggyback off of what you just said, we have so much going on. And sometimes we got our cape on flying so high, we don't want to take the time to say, hey, can you give me a hand in this, or can you help me in this? I know that's how I am with Hello Again. I feel like certain things nobody can do it like me, and
Yeah.
they might not be as efficient or get to it right then. But I gotta trust that whoever the Lord has assigned to that particular area he already knows, and it's going to be taken care of. And I think we talked about this a little bit on a former broadcast that we did. But anyway, we just get so caught up in wanting to do it ourselves because we know if we do it, it's going to turn out right. But the Lord will he'll download in your spirit who you need to assign if your antennas are in tune with him. And you do need to delegate authority, whether it's in with your children, your grandchildren, your relationships, or your business endeavors. You just need to learn we all need to learn how to balance and prioritize and just take the time sometime to say, help, I'm in trouble. I need some help here. But we don't want to take the time to ask because we just feel like they're not going to do it quite the same way. And that's okay as long as you get the help. And I'm guilty of that. I just feel like, and then sometimes you feel as a woman, you don't want to burden nobody else. I got it. No, I ain't gonna ask nobody. I got it. And I don't want to bother you. And you'll have 7 people come to you and one day say, you okay? You need some help? You got it? No, I'm all right. You ain't all right. You gotta fall the heck out. So we just need to learn how to trust our instinct and trust what we are supposed to be doing, and that God knows who to put it on your team, whether it's just your personal life, your business life, or whatever the case may be. And we need to learn how to say, no, today ain't a good day. No, I can't make it. No, I'm not coming to the function. No, whatever the case is. But you don't want to hurt people's feelings, or you just try to be there. And some of us big girls now, we actually can say no and mean it and stand in it. But right now, that's not my area. I suck. I don't know how to say no. I want to be there to support because I don't want another person to feel like I didn't show up for them when I know I'm about to be wheezing. I'm emotionally distraught and I'm tired. I ain't got no sleep, but I'm a push. But a lot of people in your lives ain't pushing for you. It come a time when you just got to say, no, I got to reevaluate. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to let Tia or Neva speak. I had a girlfriend that came to visit me. Took out the time to come 2 hours away to come and see me. That meant something to me. I don't have that often, but you gotta put value where value is, and you gotta give that and you got to receive that. Because she didn't have to do that, but when she was here, see, I look for lessons now. I don't take life for granted. I done been through too much to take life lessons for granted. I'm a student. I'm a forever student of life, and I'm always looking for the lessons. But the lesson in her visit was I learned this. She sat down after we had a conversation, and she only came for that day. And she said, when somebody really, really loves you and really got your best interest at heart, you can feel it all over your being. It's not an emotional thing. You just feel it. And I said, that makes sense. That's the truth. And she was like, you become a priority to somebody else when they care. You know how people feel about you if they show up for you, whether it be in a mental way, whatever the case is, you watch. But the key thing I want to get to, she said every year she goes into her phone, and if she hadn't talked to you in 6 months or at least 3 months span within that year, she delete the contact information because she declutters her life from people who are not adding to it, and she's not adding to them. So at the beginning of the year, she checked you. She checked her call logs. She checked everything, and she just start deleting. I have a fear. I'm like, well, I can't do that. What if I need to call them back, or I need a network, or whatever the case? No. You got to be wise in this. And she was telling me how strategic she is about it. But I love that concept. Some of us, like computers, we got so much on our hard drive, so much in our storage. We're about to conk out. We're overloaded. You need to delete some people. You need to unfriend some people and clear that clutter so you can be free. That's a lot of our problem too. We're too weighted down. So Tia, neither one of y'all can jump in off that. I just want to say that point because that added value to me. And I'm going to take that concept at the beginning of the year and get my phone and just start deleting. If I hadn't talked to you, no love lost. Our season is up. We're not in each other's lives in that way. And it's okay. It don't mean nothing bad all the time, but oh, we just ain't. No, it's not bad. It's a healthy thing. We just don't speak in that way anymore. We don't serve each other anymore. And that should be okay. But it takes a mature person to be able to do that and to tell another woman why you did it if they ever ask. So I kudos to that. That just brought life to me when she shared that with me. So that was the reason for her visit, to pour into me in that way. So Neva, Tia, y'all jump in at any time.
Oh, I'll just say that, I agree with that. I don't believe everybody's in your life forever. They're seasonal people, and we just have to realize that everybody has a season of your life. There are forever people, and then you got your little season people, and you do have to be okay with that. And that's me knowing you, Dominique, that's a good lesson for you because you do not know how to let people go all the time. Whereas me, I'm pretty good with saying, you know what, I know where me and this person stand, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with our just being cordial now. I mean, no love lost, but I ain't gotta reach out to that person. Or I ain't gotta talk to that person. That's a part of emotional growth. That's a part of just knowing where you are. If you've grown and that person hadn't grown, of course, I mean, they can't stay in that. They're not appropriate for the seasons that you're going through because obviously their growth is not the same as yours. So just weeding people out is for a woman. Again, that's an emotional thing because it takes something out of us to say, dang, I lost somebody that I used to talk to, or that person was this in my life at the time. But take it for what it is. If they did a good thing in your life at that time, wonderful. And just move on. It's okay. Just to piggyback off of what you were saying, that I agree that people can be seasonal for sure. But on self-care, just really taking the time to go to the doctor. There, knowing your health, knowing where you are. We as women will ignore the heck out of symptoms. You got to recognize when you need to go and get yourself, even if it's nothing really wrong, just as you get older, go to the doctor, get checked out, know what's going on with you. There are so many people that I see that have ignored symptoms way too long, and then there's something actually wrong. But because they ignored them so long, now they're in a place where they don't have many options. So just taking care of yourself, going to the doctor. Yes, it's good to say, I'm gonna just pray about it and just let God work, but you got to also have wisdom. God gave these good old doctors and research and science for a reason. Not that you totally rely on those answers, but just as a part of self-care, we need to be okay with going to the doctor and getting yourself checked out. Work out from time to time, trying to eat a healthy, balanced diet. All that. I mean, it's okay in moderation to eat what you want, but all of that goes along with your self-care. And it's important to recognize those things too, along with your emotional health.
That's so true. Child, well, I'm going to ask you right now today, you need to pray for me because I love my pig feet and I got the help. I want my pig feet and some fat back in my dreams.
You cannot be my sister no more, girl.
I'm sorry, but I had to throw that in there.
Girl.
Yes, I do. Yes. But that is so true. What you just said, Tia. And a lot here on Kingdom Living lately, we have been talking a lot about going to the doctor, not only for your body but for your mind.
Right.
Some of us need to go to, yeah, Kia, I agree. We got to have our pig feet. But some of us, we need to go and see therapists. If you can't afford it, there are programs out there. But we have been taught, and I can say this honestly, no offense to anybody, but in the Black culture, we pray about everything. We put prayer on it, oil on it, slip it down, and it's gonna get solved.
Right.
God is a God of order and wisdom. Yes, and you can't put no oil and slick everything down and expect a he shatala moshe and all of that, and it's gonna cure you. It's not. You got to put prayer on it. You got to see physicians. If you know that you're struggling with depression, anxiety, and all of these things, and it's causing you not to be functional as a person, as a believer, how can you be a good Christian, period, when you borderline, you dealing with depression, manic behavior, you flipping out on people? You can feel it too, you know, when it comes, because I have literally got hot all over when somebody has angered, made me mad to the core because they hurt me. But that's not a healthy emotion. You find yourself flipping out on people more than you should. Not that you should, but it's just a little out of hand, or somebody can be, you think in your mind they're looking at you a certain way and you keep going ham on people. You need to see a therapist. You need to see a therapist. You need to pray. You need to put all of those things in alignment. But like I said, in our culture, we've been taught that, you know, that means we're weak in our faith, or we're not believing properly. And we've been taught that all of our lives. So we have to uproot those teachings and beliefs and say, it's normal to go to therapy. To me now, I know, because I've experienced trauma. And if you've been through a traumatic experience where it's going to last a lifetime, whether you've been molested as a child, you've been abandoned, you have daddy issues, your dad wasn't there, and you needed to be validated by men, so that made you promiscuous at a certain point in your life, and you develop these bad habits. All of this is still, we're still talking about self-care. All of this is self-care. But in our culture, we don't, it's some certain subjects, excuse me, is taboo. We don't want to talk about it. We don't want to stir in it because it makes us feel. Sometimes you need to turn around, own it, and feel it. They hurt me. They violated me. I didn't like it. This happened to me. And I want to know what to do. And some of us, not only did it happen to us, we've been the perpetrator. We violated people. We've hurt people, our own self, out of our own ignorance and retaliation, because hurt people hurt people. So all of it comes out in therapy. You might need a psychotherapist. You might need to talk to a psychiatrist. There is a difference. One deals with your emotions and your insides and your childhood. The other deals with your mind, you know, why you think the way you think. They all go hand in hand, but there are programs out there. Just take time and look into it and get the phone book, or, well, we don't do phone books no more. Go to Google and Google where you need to go. I had to do it, and I thank God for it, because it's helping to save my life every week, to get this stuff out. You don't know what people have been through. I don't know what you've been through personally, those of you that are watching, but I feel led to just keep saying this. Please get the help that you need. You'll be a better Christian, a better mother, a better wife, friend, business partner, whatever the case may be. You will be better. You'll feel better. You don't have to tell anybody. Just go and take care of yourself, and all of this stuff will come into alignment. You'll be emotionally whole. You will have better self-care, because that is a part of taking care of yourself. So, Neva, I'll let you piggyback off of that, if you don't mind, please.
Yes. As far as like therapy and counseling and all that, I agree 1000%. Like, I noticed for me, like, especially after my son transitioned, I was like, okay, my mind, something is really wrong in my mind, and it's not just grief. Like, it's like a switch. I don't know what it was, but it's like I would blank out. I didn't care, like, about nothing. And I find myself still going back to that sometimes, to that I don't care attitude. I lost my son. I don't care about nothing. I don't care what you're saying to me. I will go off on anybody in a minute. And I feel myself kind of going back to that at times. And I feel like I do need to get back in therapy, because I stopped. Because I thought, okay, I got a handle on this. I can do this. But your growth and your self-care and all that, that's a forever journey. Like, that don't stop. I'm not saying that you got to go to therapy forever. But as far as, like, you being in tune with yourself and noticing certain things when it's off, for me, I feel like that's still happening 3 years later. So I feel like I do need to get back in therapy. And another thing I want to say about the saying no thing, um, I used to be the same way. Like I didn't want to say no to people, but then I realized like if my intentions are pure and my intentions are honorable and I really can't do it or I don't want to do it, if that person don't understand or they get mad about it or feel some type of way about it, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not gonna take it personal
Right.
because if I can't be real with you, if I gotta compromise how I feel or what I'm going
Right.
through at the moment, and I can't keep it 100 with you and say, girl, I don't want to go to the mall with you today. I'm sorry. If you get mad at me for that, I don't want you around me no way. So it took me a few years. It took me a few years to get that, but I'm getting it now. I'm doing way better with that now. Um, and then another thing I wanted to say, I don't know, I think Tia, you was saying something, I don't know, but I think a lot of our, for me, I'm learning this past week, and this lady at work gave me this little devotional thing, and I had just opened it and flipped to a certain page, and it was like exactly what I needed. But what it said was, you going through so much, and you go through so much because you don't trust me. It's like God talking to you in a devotional, and it
Yeah.
was like you have so much stress, and you got so much weight on you, and you feel like everything is on you, and it's because you don't trust me. Like you trying to
Right.
do this on your own. And a lot of us do that. Now, like you said, these some issues, like you can't just pray about it and you can't just say, here, well, you can pray about it, but you need to take action too.
Yes.
But
Right.
a lot of what we go through and a lot of the stress that we go through, it be because we not trusting the process, we not trusting the plans that God have for us. And that was my biggest lesson this past week. Like I'm like, dang, I'm stressed out, I'm going through so much, I'm trying to figure this out, trying to figure that out, and
Mm.
it's not working. Like it's not working. And I read that excerpt out of the devotional that my coworker had, and it just answered what I was going through. It was like, you going through all this because you're not trusting me. And that's how I feel. Like I'm such a control freak. I want to control everything. I want it my way. I want it on my time when I want it. And I got to stop doing that. So I'm still getting my lessons every day. Our healing process is going to be a continued thing. It don't stop. You get over one hurdle and then you learn something about yourself and then you go through something else, you learn more about yourself. So it don't stop. And as far as self-care, there was like a little meme or something floating around on Facebook, and I'm gonna send it to y'all so y'all can post it in the comments. But it said it had like self-care ideas for each month. So it was like one night out of the week going to date night. No, yeah, it was like one night out of the week going to date night. On one day, get with your girlfriends. On one day, like do a mani pedi or something like that. On one day, journal. So it just had different self-care ideas. So y'all, I don't care how much money you got. I don't care what your situation is, your circumstances. You have to find a way to take care of yourself. Don't say that you
Right.
don't have time. Don't say that your circumstances won't allow you to. You have to find a way. And if you don't know how, ask somebody. Like, what can I do to take care of myself? Don't be scared to ask people that. But just know it's a continued journey. It don't stop. But you have to take care of yourself. You have to. So I'm glad. I'm
Right.
really glad we talked about this because it's something that we really don't talk about because we superwoman. So a lot of people we just I don't know, and we going through so much on the inside. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. I think our time is wrapping up. I'm not sure.
Well,
Put those
you're
down there.
right. I feel like this week, Neva, I done took my superwoman cape off. I done folded up, and I don't even know where it is. That is where I'm at. I don't know.
Okay. I
I don't
gave
know
mine to
where to take.
Goodwill. I
It
gave mine
might
to
be.
Goodwill.
Yeah, it might be at the thrift store. I don't know
I
where it
don't want
is.
to know either.
I don't care where it is. I just know I can't wear it right now. It's like I feel like man down, cold pen, somebody, I need resuscitation. That's just where I am. I'm tired. Have you ever just sat on the side of your bed or wherever and just said, I am tired. I am
Mm-hmm.
That's been
so
me this past week.
tired.
That's
Yes.
been me.
It's like I feel like I ain't got no more fight in me. I can't swing I can't swing. I don't even know where I'm swinging at. I can't even lift my arms. That's when you need positive people and a support system in your life. Like in the Bible, it talks about that scripture when you're not strong enough to hold your arms up, then you need people in your life that gonna hold your arms up for you.
That's
You
right.
need that. I forgot who it was. I don't know if it was Aaron. I forgot who it was that was holding his arms. I can't even remember the scripture. See, and that's another
Um,
thing. When you got so much it clouding in your head and in your heart, I forget so much stuff, so much.
Yeah.
I forget to read my calendar lately, forgetting to look at my notifications. I got so much. I'm overloaded. I can't remember. So that's a problem. So tonight is it's not only me saying it, but I'm hearing myself saying it. I'm retaining the information. God is also speaking to me as well. I need to sit down somewhere. I just do. I'm just tired, just completely. I don't got nothing else to give, nothing else to give. And you need to get to a place where you can be honest and say that. So that scripture, if you anybody know what it is, please tell me because I can't remember, but I know what I'm talking about. I just can't
I
remember.
know what you're talking about too. They was fighting in the war. There was two people on his side, and they had to hold up his arms when he got
Yeah,
tired.
and you get. I got a visual like I can literally see who, because you know who really got your back. And right now, my family is that's my backbone. I can see different members of my family just like go ahead, fall apart. I got you. That's the
Mm,
best
Right.
thing you can say
mm.
that. I got you. You need somebody in your life to say, I got you. I don't want nothing from you. I'm not gonna try to
That's
manipulate.
right.
I'm not gonna try to use you. All I want is to love you. Have you ever
Right.
had somebody in your life, people in your life
Get
that
out my.
love you for real? If you don't, if you watching and you saying that's me, I haven't had people in my life that love me. I don't have it. What is this that you talking about? You need to find out what this love is through God. And sometimes family members might not be necessarily your family. You can find a stranger that'll treat you better than some of your own family. And that's the truth. It's not about blood. It's not at all. Love it don't have no specific kinship. It shows up. You can feel it.
Right.
You got to make decisions in your life that is not popular by people. They ain't gonna understand it, but I made a decision in my life to be better, to become better, and this is what I had to do. I don't owe you no explanation for it. I don't owe you no my secrets. I don't owe anybody anything. That's a part of my self-care. I had to eliminate whomever, whenever, and I did it. That's just how you should take it. But we as people, it's not like that all the time. But you got to love yourself enough to say it's not by popular demand. It's only about me loving me finally. And I had to do some things and rearrange some stuff in my life. That is a part of self-care. I see
Oh
my
yeah.
coming in. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight to Kingdom Living's broadcast. Like I said, if you don't know who we are or what we're about, please go over to our page after the broadcast to the Kingdom Living broadcast with the black background with a crown and check out our former videos on what we're talking about and check our page out. But now, please tag a friend, share this video, like this video. If you know somebody struggling, let them in on your little secret for tonight on you got some help. Hit the replay button, share this video. But anyway, T, you can pick it back off of that a little bit. I don't want to just take over because I know our time is wrapping up because we always go an hour and 30 minutes. And I know people don't have all that time, but we just really want to put meat into it to let you guys know that y'all are not alone. We all struggle, but you just need to be mature and big enough to say that you're struggling and get the help that you need.
Just I don't have much more to say. I feel like it's been so much good things that have been said, but something that you
Is
just
she
said
on? It
is,
look like her thing is frozen.
can y'all hear me?
I can hear you good. I can see.
Okay. Just to say that a big thing is knowing how to love yourself. I think that is a really big issue with women. And not only just knowing how to love yourself, but knowing when you don't love yourself. If
Oh
you don't
wow.
recognize when you don't love yourself, then that becomes an issue in a lot of your relationships. You know, People sometimes think they love themselves because of the things that they're doing, but when you really sit back and say, you know what, I have an issue in my relationships, I don't love myself. So I think that's a part of maturity and self-care because you cannot love people appropriately when you do not love yourself. There's especially with women. I mean, it happens with men definitely, but with women, we have such issues with self-esteem and all of that. So Can y'all still hear me? Am I there?
Oh,
Because I don't see y'all no more.
you here?
Okay, I just can't see you anymore. But that I just want to say that, just if you are having an issue with learning how to love yourself, then talk to somebody, please, because you cannot go very far in anything, any relationship, confidence in your job, your business, or doing anything without knowing how to love yourself, because it is extremely hard to love other people when you don't love yourself or you don't know how to love yourself. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
Well, thank you. Oh, you are so right, Shay. Sharonda Langston Jones, she's watching. She's a part of our panelists as well. Hey, Shay, we love you. But to just say right quick, what get back off what you just said to you. When you said that, it punched me in my gut, so to speak. You flipped it. Like you said, it's one thing to love yourself, but what about when you don't, or you don't know how? There are signs when you don't love yourself. You you're very neglectful to the things you want. You're afraid to even say what you want. First of all, you feel like you don't want to do something, but you do it anyway. It's kind of like what I said earlier, honestly. You stay in different issues and situations,
Right.
friendship, all kind of stuff, knowing that this ain't healthy for you. This don't even feel good to you. Not that you're governed by your feelings, but you got feelings for a reason. And you keep holding on because you're afraid to let go to receive something better. You have an issue with self-love. And some
Exactly.
people have an issue of we have self-hatred. The Bible talks about hate and how we're not supposed to, but what do you do when you hate yourself? You always feel
Right.
like you ain't good enough. You always feel like you got to look this way to be accepted, or be this way to be accepted, or join these people or this group, or just like it was with school. You still have these feelings. And a lot of us are guilty. We've grown a lot, but some of us are still in the same place. Our bodies have grown, but our minds haven't.
Right.
Oh, that was so powerful what you said. I know that this year I finally made some choices in my life to choose me. I started to love me. And I noticed on my pictures, like the photo shoot I did for my 40th birthday, I noticed I didn't need no validation from nobody else. I saw somebody I didn't recognize in the picture. I saw happiness. I saw joy for the first time in a long time, even after my trauma. And I was like, oh my God, when I said, what is that? That don't even look like me. The confidence rooted off that. I just couldn't believe it. It brought me to tears because I didn't recognize who that was. I said, why don't I feel like her?
Right.
Who is this? I want to be like her when I grow up. I don't want to be like Michelle Obama. I don't want to be like my mama. I don't want to be like Tia, Neva, nobody on our panel, none of my girlfriends. I want to be her because I
Right.
admire her. She been through freaking hell, but she's smiling and she feel good for a minute.
Right.
I just don't know, that touched me so much because it took me so long to get there. So I feel like I'm not gonna apologize for the steps that I'm taking. It hurt like hell. It hurt all the time to do that. But for that moment when my sons were with me in that photo shoot, I felt good that they were there. So it's hard to get to this point, and I'm being just as transparent as I can be. It ain't easy. I fought.
Right.
Hard to become this person. I'm fighting really hard to become that. So when you make strides in your life,
Amara,
and you've been through
I'm
traumatic
busy.
experiences, you've been through abusive relationships, emotionally, physically, in any kind of way, keep fighting to become her. It's
That's
possible.
right.
It's possible. And
That's right.
I feel like hell sometimes. I feel like hell sometimes. But when I can smile and see it, it comforts me.
That's right.
This week and last week. But I won't stay on that long because it hurt. It hurt. That's the tender spot for me. But I just want to encourage y'all tonight. Take care of yourself emotionally. You falling apart, reach out. You're not alone. And I'm guilty. I fell apart plenty of times by myself and just want to cut the lights off, put the curtains up, and don't want to answer the phone, but thank God I have my family. If I take too many days and I don't respond or answer, somebody gonna come see about me. Y'all need to get people in your life to come and see about you. And a lot of us don't have that. So I'm grateful to my family and to my friends because it's so important. And we're still talking about emotional stability and self-care. So I just wanted to throw that out there because it's a lot. It's a lot of growth that has to take place. And we're going to continue to grow until we transition from this life to the next. So you don't want to do that sooner than later. So that's why we talk about these type topics, so that we won't have a nervous breakdown, mental anguish for no reason, have heart attacks and prematurely and leave here before our time. So
That's right.
God to get the glory out of our lives, and He can't if we depressed and we having burst outs with people. So if any of you want to piggyback off that before we close out, please do so.
Well, I mean, yeah, Neve, I don't know if you got something to say, but
I'm just,
I'm
over here crying and listening. So y'all go.
I was just gonna say that, Dominique, with you being so transparent right now, I think it's good for our viewers to see that, because just because we're talking about emotional stability does not mean as women we're not supposed to show our emotions. That is a part of stability in itself, is knowing when to let it go. One of my good friends, Natalie Gray Warren, I'm gonna throw her out there. She has a great retreat, the Whole Woman's Retreat. There you go, Natalie, your shout out. But what she does in her segments is, if a woman is sharing, such as Dominique did, and they begin to cry, she will not allow people to come and comfort them, because she makes it known that when women are comforted or touched, or you go to give them a hug or a tissue, they immediately begin to stop crying. But what she does in her segments is she say, no, don't touch them, don't go to them, don't say anything, let them have that moment, because obviously that person needs to go. And I think it's important as women to know that is a part of emotional stability. Don't try to hold all that in and not, oh, I can't let nobody see that side of me. I can't be vulnerable in front of somebody. That right there might save your life or save somebody else from getting hurt if you just show, that let go. Let me let this go real quick before I lose it. And I think it's important as women that we know that in itself can be a part of being stable. We have to let those emotions go sometimes.
Yes.
I just wanted to put that out there.
Yes, indeed. We do. We do. We have to. And we have to learn to put the red flag out. Sometimes it is healthy to go off by yourself and take some time for you, or don't answer the phone for a few days, but if it's healthy, you'll let somebody know that that's what you're going to do. I'm going to take some days I need to fast, or if you don't want to mention that you're fasting, I need to take some days. For me, it's not you, it's not personal. And for those that know you will know the truth that it's not personal. And sometimes you got to steal away. If God had to steal away and go pray, why you think you ain't got to steal away and get by yourself sometimes and regroup,
right,
a fresh breath and get a refreshing? I can't keep giving you what I don't have. I can't keep giving you stale manner, so to speak. I don't have nothing fresh about me. I can't be effective to you that way. I can't be effective to me that way, or my children in that way, or nobody else. So it is a healthy way to steal away and be by yourself, and it's a non-healthy way where something is wrong and somebody do need to come see about you, because it's not like you not to answer or be there or be accountable in some sense. You do need to have a balance with the two, or know the difference, that it is a healthy and an unhealthy way to go about these things. I want to just put that out there. Some of the comments I'm reading from Kendra Kelly, she was saying is it feels better to let go. Absolutely, it does. She also said that she's learning the same. And Miss Patricia Evans Morrissey, she did the workshop for our Hello Again families. She has her own counseling services. If you need counseling, look at Patricia, click on her name. She offers counseling and services to families. If you're broken, you're hurting, or you're in bad relationships, you need to come out relationships, or you just need self-care, or you just need to talk to somebody, period. If you've been through traumatic experiences in your life from your childhood, she's the person you would want to contact and talk to. So shouts out to you, Miss Evans. She is wonderful. I talk to her quite often, so she is amazing. It's quite a few comments here. We can't touch on all of them, but thank you. Thank you, TT, for joining. I appreciate you. Thomasina, thank you. Thank you, Sharonda, for joining. Who else I see up here? Regina Brewer. Oh, Miss Benita. She's hello again, Mom. Thank you so much. And Felicia and everybody who I didn't call by name, I apologize, but I'm just reading the comments here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please share this video with somebody. Go to our Kingdom Living page and check us out. Check out our former videos as well. But thank you guys so much for taking the time. We don't want to keep going over and lose your attention. So we appreciate it.
Yes.
She said, hey, Brad. They said, hey. She tried to get her little clip in. I wouldn't let her tonight. She's trying to say hello to everybody. Say hi. They see you.
I think everybody got somebody under them today.
Talking in the background.
Hey.
Girls.
Say hi right quick. Say hi. Hi. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in to Kingdom Living tonight's broadcast as we talked about emotional stability and self-care. We appreciate you guys. Right. This was wonderful. It helped so much. Love on yourself. Don't forget to take care
That's
of yourself.
right.
Delete some things, get some counseling, get some help, eliminate some stuff. You don't owe nobody no explanation for your freedom and your choice for you to fly high and live and enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. The Lord said He came that we might have life and have it more abundantly. Go get your
right.
And stop giving the enemy all the credit without saying it, but that's what it is. The word says in John 10:10 that He came to kill, steal, and destroy. So go
right.
Get your life back. Also, another scripture before we go that I meant to reference to, we were talking about, hold on, let me get it right quick. Oh, Philippians 4:6-7. Be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication, thanksgiving, let your requests be known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts, minds through Christ Jesus. But the first key thing I wanted to focus on was be anxious for nothing. Don't have anxiety about things. Just let it go and relax and get off all this medication that you might not need just because you can't sleep. You need to just give thanks to the Lord and trust Him. Not saying don't take meds if you need meds. That's what therapy is for. But be balanced, because I have to take medicine sometimes, but I don't abuse it. It's a difference. So anyway, you guys be blessed on tonight. Thank you for joining Kingdom Living one more time, allowing us to speak into your lives. We don't take this lightly. It is a mandate and a mission. So we thank God for you. Please tune in, not next Thursday, but the following Thursday. I never remember the date, but we on here every other Thursday. And don't forget to bring a girlfriend along, and let's see what we're talking about next time on Kingdom Living. Thank you guys for watching. Head over to our page and check us out. You guys have a good night.
Night.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Thanks for watching.
Love you too.
Bye.